Welcome back to ENTC 2160 Architectural CAD. Our last session we talked about creating interior walls, and the session before that we talked about creating exterior walls. So as you can see here, I've pre-planned what we're going to do today. So I have some walls here, and what we're going to do today is talk about creating windows and doors into this structure right here. So as you can see here, we have exterior walls. We have an interior wall here, and in our last video we talked about using the offset feature to be able to set your interior walls here. So it gives you an opportunity to practice creating exterior walls, because in any structure you're going to find that you're going to have multiple exterior walls. So enjoy doing those exterior walls. But for this particular video today, we're going to talk about inputting your doors and windows in your plan. Now for this, we can just simply go to, let's start with doors. If I select a door, and I'm just going to do a basic door. If I select a place where I want to put the door, notice I can slide this door anywhere on this particular wall here. It puts it in place. So let's just come in and just put it right here. I just put a door right there, and you can see how it cut out the walls and it puts the doors in here. So now, as you can see with this particular door, if you wanted to modify or edit the door a little bit, you can select that door, and if you want that door to swing to the inside opposed to the outside, you can just select that arrow key and notice it swings to the inside. If you also wanted to change the hinge side of the door, you have another arrow here. Notice this is the hinge side of the door. If I select this, the hinge side is now on this side of the door here opposed to the other side. If you wanted to make the door smaller or larger, you have those options as well. Just like in our last video, we talked about the properties of this particular wall. We talked about if you want to change this property of the wall, in the case of making this a 4-inch wall from a 6-inch wall, we simply go to your properties dialog box and we can do that. Well, the same thing applies to the window. Anything that you have selected, you can select this wall, and this door in this case. From your properties dialog box, it shows you the kind of door that you have, or the style of door that you have. If I zoom down, it tells me what my width of this door is, and it also gives me the height of the door and any other information about this door that we want. So again, you have some flexibility here. Even the swing angle. If you want the swing angle of the door, this door is swung open 90 degrees. If you want to make it 45 degrees, just simply select where you see the 90 is and type in 45 and hit enter. And the door is now 45 degrees opposed to 90 degrees. So again, if you want to get out of this operation, you can hit escape. Now if we want to put a window in, the same thing applies. You just simply go to your window, and either I can come here to windows and select these different kind of windows, whether I have a glider, a hopper window, picture window, casement, or awning. I'm just going to do the window up here and just do a basic window. Select basic window, and then I say I'm going to put a window right here. And again, as you can see here, there's quite a few options that you have here. So you can see that the standard width of this window is 3 feet. And that's going to be all windows that you use. And I'm just going to hit enter, which is the left mouse button on the mouse pad. And so I hit escape, it takes me out. Notice when we put in the doors, it was the same thing. That door, when it came in, the width was 3 feet. Now, and that's all doors. Even if you do an overhead door for a garage, the width is going to always be 3 feet. So you would have to make it wider, definitely if you want to drive a vehicle in there, right? Of course. And so if we look at this particular window right here, and if you want to make that window wider, we can simply drag the arrow down and make it wider that way. Or you can go back to properties, as we mentioned before. Now that this is selected, we can select properties, scroll down until you see the width, and then you can change the width here. You can also change the height of the window if you want to do that as well. So again, we have the window there. Notice here, if I want to put another window in here, I can go to windows, and notice You know, obviously we don't want to put a window on the interior wall, but we will put one here. I can put it here. And if I selected the first location here, it will let me go ahead and keep moving and put in a second window. Put it here, and I can keep going around and put in another one and put it in right here. You know, so you can choose that, you know, and put different windows in, just like that. And if you want to stop and get out of putting your windows in, hit escape. And when we were talking about tools, one of the things that we said before was that when we put in doors, we have options with doors. We have an opening, and AutoCAD sees opening just like a door. So if you want to get a case opening, let's say this is an interior wall where this is a pass-through, well, just simply go to opening and do the same thing. This will allow you to put an opening inside of this interior wall, just like that. And when you're ready to get out of it, hit escape. Now I want to introduce you to something that will allow you to look at this in 3D so that you can see your work. So if I go to View, scroll down here, and where it's top, bottom, left, what we have here is the top. Just go down to one of the isometric options, southwest, southeast, and just select that. And now I can see that. Now you see a lot of things that's confusing to you right now because there's a wireframe, but if I select where you see the wireframe, if I go to, let's do conceptual, it's going to change colors a little bit. And if I now right click my mouse button and I go to 3D orbit and then use my mouse, hold down my left mouse button, it will let me move things around and take a look at what I have. So you can see the work that we've created. Okay. And if you want to go back to where we started, we can go from conceptual, as you can see here, go back to 2D wireframe, and then go back to the top view. And now we're back. As you can see here, notice the image is much larger. Remember one of the earlier videos, we talked about the mouse that you have that you can use to input data. So as you can see, if you want to make that a little smaller, take the middle mouse button, roll it down, and the drawing is smaller. Thank you for joining in ENTC 2160. Today we spent time looking at how to install windows and doors into our floor plan. Thank you.